My name is Emma. I live here in South Holland, and I'm 65 years old. I live here, me and my Gran stay together. Well, since I've been going to the senior center, I have met a lot of friends there, and it has really helped me, I think, with my health. Listening to their experiences, seeing the need why they come out of their own homes to come to that center. And when we get together, it's like all the problems that we do have, we don't have them anymore. And we just really love being with each other. As long as that adult daycare is over there, I get a chance to get a break. They pick her up, she goes over there, she has social interaction with the people. She comes back and shares so much with me. So I know it's improving her mentally and physically. And she has a life. That gives her a life of her own. The transportation is very vital because they pick us up here. And Gran is, she has to have help with her walker. And they have lifts on these machines that come by to pick us up. We wouldn't be able to get around. We wouldn't be able to go any place because we would have to ask them to take us. We don't have a car, and we don't have money for that transportation out there that's costing almost $4 and one way and $4 back. Who can afford that? We couldn't. It would be $24 to get out of here for us to go someplace.
The Older Americans Act has purely provided a blueprint for how communities can respond to older people, as well as allowing community agencies to have active roles that do not replace the independence and autonomy, but support those very goals. So without this kind of legislation, I think we'll be losing some kind of national standard of how you treat people and how you're able to really respond to their individual needs and their self-direction. I think we'd be risking having some tremendous advances that we've seen in the ability of developing community programs that reach and pursue the highest level of involvement by seniors and provide the greatest amount of help.
So these services really give us hope. And when you're old, well, I'm not as old as my mom or my Gran, but I feel like it sometimes. With what's happening around me, in each degree of services that are taken away, it leaves you in a state of depression because you feel like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And not having any resources to dial and reach out to. It has to have you focus on going to the grave sometimes and just saying, this is enough. This is enough for me and everybody else that's trying to assist me. So I really am blessed to have these programs provided to us. And you feel like my life is worth something. You know, I'm out, I'm about, I'm making friends. I can give somebody else hope. Because when me and my Gran and my mom together, and you get around a lot of other seniors, and they have all types of problems. And like I said, my Gran is 102. She's walking. She's getting around. She's alert. My mom is 85. You don't know what kind of hope that gives to another person. Well, my main appreciation for all these programs, it keeps my grandmother and my mother out of nursing homes.
I think it's really essential that people tell their congressmen directly and clearly that these are programs that make a difference in their lives, that they see how these programs make a difference, that folks who, through no fault of their own, have chronic disease, are having issues related to memory, have loss of family supports. These are things that they didn't create and they didn't necessarily say they wanted, but that's the reality of their lives. And these programs say, okay, this is where you are and we want to help you, we want to be there for you. And nobody else is going to do that. So it's so important to say to our members of Congress and our senators that This is essential legislation that has to be continued. It has to be funded fully for the future, especially as the baby boomers are coming and will be using these programs more and more in the future.